Well, welcome everybody. And as Nick just said, welcome to the last show of the Dream Team for 2024, because I will be away for a while. So, but Nick, hello, how are you?
I'm really good. It's sort of that happy season where people get to remove themselves from that wicked world of work and be of service to themselves a bit more. And we've got visitors from Germany at the moment, which is really lovely. They come every year. So they arrived a couple of days ago and they're here for a few more. Always nice to have them. It's always fun. Yeah, it's just that festive feeling. And I think, Marie, weren't you saying about how do you feel about Christmas this year? What does it mean for you?
For me, yeah. Well, for me, at the moment, I'm just taking each day as it comes because I'm getting organised to do one trip, and then I come back for a few days, and then I get organised to go over to family for Christmas. So to me, Christmas is more about my family and having fun and going to the beach and, you know, meeting my beautiful nephew's new dog and just the things that I don't get to do because I'm quite a way away from them. So that's what Christmas means to me. It's really just reconnecting with my family and really enjoying time with them. So we've got Tanya on, we've got Marie on, and Trigel. Hello, beautiful ones.
Hi, lovely people.
Yeah. So, Nick, what does Christmas mean for you?
Well, it used to mean a lot of things in the past, but now it really just it's funny. It's like I have no pressure because I don't have a big family to have to take care of. Most people are coming and going before and after, and it'll be just a day at the beach with anybody who lives locally. We're just going to go and enjoy the weather and the sand and being in the ocean, which is really representative of our life, what we are. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, I'm not going to overeat. I'm not going to overstimulate myself. I'm not going to put pressure on being here, there, or anywhere. It's for me, knowing what I know is I choose not to celebrate aspects of it.
Yeah.
But I certainly will embrace friends, family, and just, I love the fact that when Christmas comes around, there's that moment where people want to feel just at peace.
Yes.
And then they get caught back up in it all and, I've got to get, but I'm certainly not into the whole Christmas shopping and the, fill the fridge full of food type thing. I just want to keep it, all the inner stuff will come out for me. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful time though, yeah. Yeah, I'd like to know what it means for everybody else at the moment in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let us know in the chat, what, just even in a sentence, if you can summarize now, what's your, what's your intention with Christmas? And I think this is why I put up the topic today is how can dreams help us through the holiday season and what triggers do we have to observe in ourselves? Because for me, I usually find that my family, especially one person, is my great mirror to see how much growth I've done and how much how better I can respond and, look at what's going on, because of course it's lineage as well. So it's a great opportunity for me, I find, to take stock of, wow, look at the shift in me, look at the change in me. Oops, there's something there I might need to have a look at. How am I going to deal with this? So that's, what I tend to do as well. So, yeah, what does everyone else do? Let us know. Yeah. So,
and setting out that intention to magnetize the right people with the right energy around you for that time. I think it's going to be helpful for us at the moment. Definitely.
And also to, have some intentions before you go to sleep and ask to receive a healing, ask to receive some sort of frequency or energy to help you to be able to stay in that beautiful, balanced, centered place, or to notice when you're feeling a little bit out of it. And just get some support. I'm going to ask for my beautiful angels to come through, for my guides, connecting into God, Goddess all the time, and just enjoy it. Like, I feel it's fine. It's a time, like you said, Nick, to get that peace and to come into enjoyment of the opportunities or the situation. And sometimes it can be tough for people, if they've lost loved ones or if they've, there are some issues in family. It's a really good opportunity to make the most of that. So, sorry, that's Clive. He hasn't left my side. He's right here. He's just not leaving me at the moment. So, but this is interesting from Marie.
Marie says, not much really, but isn't any family in my state. There isn't any family. I'll send something to grandkids, but that's about it. Yeah.
So that sounds peaceful, Marie. Do you have some friends or something that if you choose to, you can go to? Because I've lived away from family for such a long time, I often would do a big orphans Christmas or, people that needed somewhere to come, and with other friends, we'd take it in turns. And it was so fun when you do that. But
I love Orphan Christmas. We've had many of them over the years.
I know. It's funny, isn't it? So contrived, or what's
Christmas is a time to spend with family and friends and just joy time together. Yeah. And that should be really. We don't have to wait for that 1 or 2 days or the week of the year for that to happen.
True.
Once we get into this feeling of knowing that this is okay to be like this all the time, whenever we feel like it,
love it.
Yeah, why not make it every day? What it means for you, that is, yeah.
Absolutely. So, and I'm just going to tune into. I just had an idea. I'm going to ask Jasper if he can give me a reflection of what Christmas means, maybe from that level, if we're looking at it. Okay, so I'm just going to tune in. It's so funny because straight away he showed me. He took me up through, and there was snow, and we don't get snow in Australia, right? Christmas, but he showed me snow, and a Santa with a sled, and then it's fun. We can make it very
playful
and playful. And I'll just see if there's anything else. It actually raises a frequency. He showed me a spiral. So with all that joy and all of that fun and the open-heartedness and the love, it actually raises frequency. So we know a lot of it, the stories of, where they've come from, and some of it's made up and all of the rest of it and the different dates. But, at the end of the day, it's our intention and it's our feeling of an emotion that helps to lift that frequency. So that's a really nice reminder, isn't it? We don't have to go on. We know it's all being distorted, yet the whole intention behind it is for a lot of people is, this beautiful being came to earth, Yeshua, and it's a celebration of that. So for a lot of people, there's a lot of joy, and family is a big part of that.
And I feel like we're the same. We're like those beings that are down to earth now, just stepping into that role. And so we get to be that peaceful, joyful. I mean, all those corny things on those cards that they write, in actual fact, they're quite right.
Exactly. Yeah.
Peace, joy, love. I mean, that's what it comes down to, doesn't it? Well, and that's been happening for a long time.
And we don't need to throw the Christmas tree out with the bathwater. It's okay. It's like,
So Marie's written, very peaceful. A few of my friends are about 1.5 hours away. Made a couple friends here, but very probably will have contact before or after. I'm really okay with that,
because you've just moved, Marie, haven't you? So, so it's...
look who's joined us.
Oh, yay. Hello, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis. So nice to have you here for the show.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So he's
still
working. Yeah, he's in hard little work, that one. So Tribals got something there.
That's great.
So her kids and grandkids love the decorating, and she loves watching them and their excitement. And that's it. It's this joy, isn't it? And so there can be so much healing done when there's that much joy and family around. I remember a friend used to hate Christmas, but there's real issues on a father's level from when he was young, and, helping with his partner at the time with their child and stuff, it really brought stuff up for him.
Yeah.
And so there's such an opportunity to look at things and help them heal. And now he has a very different look and feel and what is it? I suppose experience with Christmas. So, So, and Marie's got a friend coming down for New Year. That's beautiful. That's so good. So, So, we're sending you.
Interested. Hi all. Still working but listening. Love you all. We love you too, Glenys.
So,
it's I'm actually finding now, because we had a get together last night or yesterday afternoon with friends. We had another one the night before, so it's a busy time of the year for get-togethers. One was a farewell and one was a welcome home. which is like endings and beginnings. I just thought, isn't that? I just love the irony behind that. And but I'm finding now that the conversations have completely changed. They're more into, yeah, they're just. It's like those standard ones that you have that people talk about, all the bad stuff that's happening in life, where it's just been shifted and it's more about, like, what's happening now, and, and just lighter, much lighter, and not forced, no forcing. Yeah.
I feel there's been a really big spiritual shift and consciousness shift. And it's almost like when that happens, that dark seems to just be, just get smaller and smaller and fades away. And it's interesting there that you're saying that. So, but we have got some dreams that were sent in for us today. So thank you. And the first one we're going to pop up is from my beautiful friend, Tanya. Tanya looks after Clive. Oh my God, before I do that, I have to show you a photo because of course I'm going away. And I had a chat to Clive and I told him that I'd be away, but he'd be looked after, and he loves Tanya and some other friends. But this is him. I heard this clunk. Was it last night? Yeah. And I went in to check, and I've just about packed. And hang on a minute. This is what I found in my suitcase. Can you see that?
You can fit, Marie. You can make room.
I can make room for him, and he's not got a happy look on his face. He's like, "You're not going without me, Mum." So yeah, that's my Clive trying to come with me. So, but yeah, I know. So I'll just check the comments, and then we'll start with the dreams. Oh, it's kids are funny.
My oldest son would leave the Christmas lights on all year long if he could. He loves all the colours, even though he has severe colour blindness. Isn't that interesting? Yeah.
That is so interesting. Yeah. So
who doesn't want to see Christmas lights, or even just I think it's just the flickering of that beautiful light. It brings us joy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's that frequency. It's just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I agree. But all right, so let's jump on to Tanya's dream. So, and if anyone gets, again, if you have any intuitions or you just get a thought about it, pop it on for us, because it's really good to get different perspectives as well.
So Tanya was driving with Jet, the little dog, past her house where the dogs bark at each other. This one day, the really big dog with a big bark, didn't see any teeth, fawn in colour, jumped on the back of a ute.
Stop for a minute. If you don't know what a ute is, guys, from the US, it's a utility. It's a particular type of car that's got a tray back. So I'm not quite sure what you call them over there, but that's what it is. So it's got a tray back.
Yeah, like a flat back.
Yeah.
I was swerving to get it off, and it chased the car down the road.
So I'm gonna just pop Tanya's comment up on that.
Oh, good one. The feeling I had was being chased. Like I had to watch my back. Animals usually love me, and I'm not scared of them.
So it's really interesting because so Nick, what's your initial feeling with this?
Straight away. I mean, I've got to be honest. Sometimes when I have what I get from a dream, and I think, remember, it's not about me, but it is about that person. Like, this is about you, Tanya. And dogs traditionally, to me, they're very loving and loyal, and they also keep you really grounded. And the fact that the fawn color is grounding in itself, you didn't see any teeth, you feel like you're being chased. I feel like you're running away from something that is trying to bring you back and ground you.
Interesting. Yeah, I love it. And if we look up dog in our beautiful Betty Bethard's book, the dog is a masculine part of self, which is really interesting that you felt there could be some running away from a situation that's not pleasant, or from that masculine aspect that needs to be used more. If it's ferocious, it means aggressive tendencies must be redirected in positive channels, verbalized. And, because it was a different type of dog too, it's like, are you feeling angry about something or frustrated about something, or is there someone around you that is triggering that? So
actually, you've got a question now. Is this something? Is this a feeling that is from your own self in this present time, or it perhaps could still be something lingering in you from something you've picked up, from somebody else? That's something we have to work out. Mm-hmm.
And because you're driving the car, though, Tanya, it means that you're in control. You actually have control of your life. And I know, you know, jet being black, that's one aspect, and then the fawn is another aspect. So, and it's behind you. So I think, Nick, maybe there is something, you're right, from the past that you've sort of always maybe run from, and it's time to maybe turn around and face it. But I'm going to do some cards for you on that one. Let's just see what comes up for you. And see if we can get any more insights. And if anyone, I'll go down the comments and just see if anyone's popped anything in. Okay, so.
Yes, the dog really wanted to go with you. Probably felt your high energy, maybe running from something good.
Oh, see, I love this. Let's give us another perspective. So, you know, but I think Tanya was saying she did feel like she was being chased, but maybe it is something good. Maybe you're used to just having to put out fires. Who knows? Let's have a look and see.
No matter what it is.
Oh, the Justice card has come up. So this is really interesting. This is your first card up. So I feel that there's something here that where a truth has to come out. Some sort of truth for you has to be expressed almost, or something has to be balanced. See how they've got the scales there? That's sort of really standing out in the card to me. So to me, it's like something needs to come back into balance. That's almost like a truth needs to be spoken of. Yes, because we've got confirmation with that. The Page of Swords to me is something new in the mind, but it's that there's a bit of a secret. There's not quite the full truth that's been spoken about because that head's turned away from it. And that's how I perceive that Page of Swords coming through there. So I feel we're on track here with something. Only you will know what it is, and it could be a little bit deep. So is that one hot? Beautiful. We've got our Sun card. So to me, it's like go inside, do a little bit of a contemplation, meditation on the situation. And it's playful. To me, the Sun can also be about the inner child. It can be about that something has happened. Was it in childhood, or, you know, is it around a child, but there's definitely going to be a release for you. There's going to be something like when the Sun comes up. I love this card. It's really good card. Do a little bit of work on it, Tanya. Doesn't take, you know how to meditate. Just, you know, ask whatever crystal wants to be with you while you're meditating, and let us know how you go. So let's just see.
Marie, I want to ask a question on that. When we go into that dream state, because I believe we can release a lot during the dream state because we're not embodied anymore, and it's very quick and effective. We don't get bogged down in emotions, and our thoughts don't get in the way. Yet we remember the dreams we remember because those are things we need to act out, or there's something there. So I'm wondering, it's hard to explain. If you went back with that dream, so can you just release it all for me? I can't seem to work it out. Could you do that? Or is there a reason you have to be in the physical body to do something connected to that, like grounding it in maybe?
Yeah, that's really interesting point, because the first card up, as you were talking and asking this question, which I think is brilliant, we had our Eight of Swords come up. This is when we've been trapped. We can't see things properly. It's in our mind. It's like we've created a cage for ourselves. So, but then we get offered something, but we're not ready to take it, because the Four of Cups is when we're offered something emotionally, but all we can see is the cups down here. We don't realize we have to decide, do we really want to take this? How's it emotionally going to be for me? But then I've got the Ten of Wands. Now, this has been something you take action and something's nearly completed. So I'm feeling that in this instance, it'd be really good for Tanya to sit with it consciously, still ask for some help during your dreams. Absolutely. I feel this has to be a little aha moment though. And the dreams will definitely help to bring that through. I would consciously work with it as well. So that's what those cards were saying. So,
yeah.
So so
that, Tanya. I mean that from, you know, because this is what we're all having to do right now as well. We're all doing it still.
So thanks for sending that in, Tanya. That's really cool. And they can sometimes be simple dreams and yet so powerful. So which is awesome. But so there we go. So let's see how that goes for you. And now we've got Dave, our beautiful Dave from England.
Hi, Dave. When you get on eventually. In my hometown, near to the flat where I used to live, On the road, there is a tall construction crane with a thick black cable dangling from it. I grabbed the cable that it needs to be connected somewhere far, so started to walk through the road, but the crane fell over and nearly hit a car. An old guy with a big belly in firefighting uniform came to me and said, "It is not your fault. Someone didn't put the stands down." Then we started playing thumb war.
So isn't this an interesting dream? And I'm going to just put in
Very.
Dave's comment first.
So Dave says, for me, it's connecting something old with the new, either physically, emotionally, neurologically, or all above. So far, there are bumps on the way there, or I'm not ready, but getting there one day. The book Decode says, I'm still judgmental with myself, but I like myself, so I realize when I'm driving, there's a lot of judgment. We are all one. If you judge someone, you judge yourself. That's what it is, but we judge ourselves as well.
That's really interesting. And so what does a construction crane mean? Like that's the first question I'd ask, because it's got a big black. Now the black can be a subconscious, the unknown. If it's got a big cable running from it, it could be a connection in to the subconscious.
It's really metaphors, isn't it?
Such a beautiful metaphor when you think of it like that. So and exactly. And what does the construction crane do? It helps build. So it's going into the subconscious, exactly what Dave's saying, not quite ready, it's coming through, and taking it far. So you've been working with it. That's what I'm getting with this. What about you, Nick, so far?
I got the concept of it's lifting something up. It's raising you up, frequency-wise, vibration-wise. It's giving you a hand, and the cable is a communication tool. You know, when you send and receive a message, like through the phone, same thing with a cable, anything electrical. We're sending our messages from our heart to our brain up to a higher level. I love that concept of the crane.
Yeah, and then the black.
The crane and the crown a little bit, weirdly enough.
True. That's absolutely true. So I love that as well. And then the fact that it went, that they had a big belly firefighter. I mean, that almost brings a Santa Claus type image to my mind as well. So, but what's a firefighter do? Puts out the fire.
So help rescue. They come in and help and support. Yeah.
So the support person, a guide, even something like that, and it's not your fault. Someone didn't put the stands down. So what do stands do? They ground, don't they? And they hold things in place. So maybe, there's just a little bit of grounding that's needed as well to get the real subconscious messages up that need to come up. And playing thumb war, I used to love it. It's one of my favourite things to do was thumb wars. Who's played thumb wars in their life? Me. And it's fun, but you're focused on that moment and everything goes into one thumb. So to me, it's like focus. If you just focus, it's like things will come together.
Yeah.
So play with it.
Yeah, well, you know, all of Dave's dreams lately have had this funny element in them, like a bit of a joke, like a comical thing in them. And I sort of saw that as that playfulness, because let's face it, it's not a serious thing at all. There's nothing serious about a thumb war. It's just purely meant for fun and amusement. But is there something in the meaning of a thumb, like pressing something down or... Because we used to say in German, "Drücken die Daumen," which means press the thumbs together. It's like good luck.
Can you say it again?
Where you push the thumbs together. Yeah, it means push the thumbs together. Like good luck is.
Can you say it in German again, clearly?
Yeah. Was it "Drücken die Daumen"?
Okay, thank you. That's awesome.
Which is good luck.
Okay, so that's not something I've heard of here. So that's really
cool. We might go thumbs up, you know, like good luck.
Yeah, we go thumbs up. True.
Yeah, and they say push the thumbs together, the same concept of good luck.
It's actually not in here. It might be in your new book. I need to get a new book.
I'll just check if
I'll check hand. So this is really good.
Yeah. Just I could forget that it's right here.
Hand. So okay, so this is obviously a feeling expressive part of the self. I'll just see if it's got. No, it doesn't actually specify the thumb, so it's not going into that detail. But you're right; it's whatever a thumb means to Dave as well. So if Dave does these ones, then it's like, yep, it's all good. Okay, let's just.
It's all good. You've got it. Yeah. No room for you. Yeah, you've got this exactly.
That's it. Yeah. So so there. So I love that dream, Dave. Thanks for sending it in. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got a second one as well. So is there anything else anyone has got an idea about? If you have any ideas, even later on, you go, oh, hang on, that's what this could be as well, because it might mean something different for you.
Okay, looking at some pterodactyl bones in the dirt. Safely transfer the bones to a museum. We're talking with one of the archaeologists. I was guessing how big the wings would be. The archaeologist said, oh no, it's much bigger than that, and drew a bigger wingspan, which I thought it was cool. The decode Dave's done here. Again, something solid from the past we know of, but getting more information, confirmation or reveal. It can be personal or collectively.
I love it. It's really cool. It's interesting that you were talking about the wings in particular with this one, Dave. Because for me, I had an image of the wings as you spoke about them. And when they came out, I went, oh, that feels spiritual. So it's almost like something ancient that's spiritual, a gift or a knowing or a wisdom, because you put it into a museum. So it's been stored safely. So I feel that maybe something is going to come to you that is like your divine right, your wisdom. So I don't know. That's just what I got. What are you getting, Nick?
Straight away, I knew. I said to Marie at the show, I said, I've pulled some cards and I'm just going to have them sit here and see if there's something that comes up that might relate to it. And I just straight away went, get the card, Nicole. And I thought, what card? I went, oh, that's right. So this is called the Light Bearer, this card. Yeah. And you can see she has the wings. It's number 17 for anybody that knows a bit about that number. But can I just read this? It's just a very short paragraph here. It says, like the ancient Essenes, desert mystics stand in their true power, a way shower of the new earth in service to the greater good. And I actually felt when I got the card, there's way more to this card than just that. Like it's such a beautiful card. But Dave, you're on this journey right now. And, you're tapping in, like you said, Marie, you're tapping into that ancient wisdom in the past, the pterodactyl, the dirt. There's something, we're all tapping into our wisdom. It's like we already have it. It's just coming back to us. That's all. And so I feel this is a classic dream of where you can connect to your ancient wisdom, and people go, well, how do I know where I've come from and what I've been and all of that? I think, look, you don't actually have to know it. It's just you already know it. It's just,
absolutely.
And the wings are you getting that ability to be able to step into that growth again. That concept of being full and being able to be free and true to who you're meant to be here. So these just draw steps through dreams to get us there.
That card's perfect. You knew it would be. You said that before. And it's interesting, Dave, because I also see the wings as our light body. So this is our Merkaba. This is how we ascend through the etheric, is through our light body. So I see wings as that as well, and bones. Now, bones to me, I mean, obviously they're a structure. It says here the bone is the foundation, belief system, strength, or support. I also see bones as holding memory. It's DNA. It's where our DNA, where everything is held within the bones. That's why they, back in the day with like these amazing spiritual, gurus and saints, they would keep the bones because it actually holds a memory of the frequency that they then walked on the earth with. This is what I believe. So there's something in all that. I think that's a lot of much bigger dream.
And if you look closely at that card, when I looked at this picture here too, it reminds me. So there's the mountain and down below on the earth here, and these people lying down. But I feel like that's the concept of the body lying there in the earth from the past.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful.
Still present
through the lineage and
as
DNA, as well as through your own soul spiritual knowing. And I love it. So that's a really cool dream. So let's just, okay, great. Marie's popped something else. And Tribal as well. We'll do both of these. I love this.
Yes, we're not learning. We are remembering. Yes,
Remembering.
right.
And it's funny, that's the and I got this message years ago, and on my website it's to remember who we truly are. That's my little mantra that goes with it. It's just about remembering.
He has some knowledge of him and his purpose or past, but it is much bigger than he expects. Yeah.
Thanks, Marie. That's really cool. And I love it. It's so nice to get different perspectives. So, that's great. Look at all you little decoders go. That's awesome. I mean, it was so funny when we first started. People were going, I have no idea. I don't know how to interpret this. And now, it's wonderful.
And that's what being in a shared collective is so wonderful with, because as we know, Dave's dream, all the dreams that we have, there's a little piece of it that we can take for ourselves, whatever it is. It actually is stimulating just by being here and hearing a dream being spoken about. The words are coming into action for us as well. So I'm always so grateful when people send their dreams in, because I know that there's something that will activate in me very easily through the group.
Absolutely, completely. So, well, should we go on to Angel Laurie's dream? I think Angel's already
and she's online too. Random animals attacking humans, and there was a nationwide emergency announcement made. I saw a large black gorilla go after a neighbour taking out their trash. Walking home with Thor, the dog, and noticed a Great Dane dog had spotted us. I quickly rushed inside and locked the door. It seemed nature in this dream was no longer a protector of humankind, but its enemy.
Interesting. So I'll just pop up the comment first.
Thor usually sleeps in my room, but when I woke up, he was in the living room, which was strange, playing Lord Krishna's music overnight, but it kept stopping on its own. What does this mean? It does not feel like a good sign. Okay, so if anyone sort of gets a download or anything for Angel Laurie as well, that would be awesome. So if we have a look at basically random animals, so a gorilla. So when I think of a gorilla, I mean, they're sort of so close to humans, aren't they, in a lot of ways? They have, a social system, they're emotional, they're intelligent, they're very muscular because of where they live, up in the trees. So they're really, really muscular. But they can also be very playful. So, but if you're seeing them in a way where they're being aggressive, I think, and I always bring this back to the person who's having the dream first, okay, and then we can look at the outside aspect as well. So what is going on in you that, are you afraid? And it was black, like a black gorilla. So that's the subconscious, the unknown again. What is there a part of you, Angel Laurie, that you're a little bit concerned about, that you don't trust, that if you're angry, you might overreact? I know I would never get angry because I was so scared what I would do with it, because I'd never been allowed to, release it. So I had to learn to trust myself and learn how to respond rather than react. So I don't know, that's something I would sit with. I'd ask that black gorilla to even come up and have a chat to it if it's an aspect or an archetype within you. So I'll look that up. Nick, what are you feeling? Yeah, there's some personal guidance here I'm feeling for you. I feel, to be honest, I feel like that when you see, when you see an animal and it picks up on your aggression, like, animals will not move unless you move them on. They have a reason to do it. So they might see a weakness in a prey, a predator, and they go, well, that's not normal. So I need to go and do something and deal with that, because there's something not right, like it's out of harmony with me. And it could be a sick animal, and that's why they attack. But, and a group of animals, unless you approach them, they will just stay in their peace. A bit like that big gorilla will sit there. But if it wants to be provoked, it will. There's something in that concept of an animal which is giving you that message.
Yeah, because normally, like I was saying, that they can be quite playful. And ape, I looked up ape, gorilla wasn't in there, so we're going to just talk ape.
Yeah.
So it's an instinctual or primitive power. Like I said, sometimes if it's that anger, it could be sexuality and strength, amusing antics, mimicking others rather than being yourself. So, it's, I think there's a lot more to this dream, Angel Laurie, and especially
Mm.
because Thor went into the other room. Maybe Thor was picking up that you were releasing something or looking at something with this dream.
Mm.
And the fact that it was nationwide. So, is this something that you are seeing around you that's being reflected back to you in a lot of different situations? I'm not sure. Only you will know about this as
Yeah.
well. So, and the fact it was a Great Dane, I mean, they're such beautiful, clumsy creatures usually, aren't they? They're just like incredible. Like, yeah, exactly. But it had spotted you, but it wasn't doing anything. And I remember the dog again. It's funny, we've had dog dreams today. The dog is the masculine aspect. So that masculine aspect was observing you and Thor, but you locked yourself in. So it's just interesting to see on that level. How do you feel about how you respond if someone's angry around you? Do you find it easy to tell people, look, I'm feeling really angry right now in this situation? Can you do that? Because I know it took me an awful long time too. So I'm just be really interested to know where you're at with that. I'll do some cards on this as well, I think, because I think there's quite a lot in here.
And I did look up the word predator.
Oh, okay.
It comes up a lot in dreams where someone's being chased by an animal or they're being confronted by something. And it actually says the second chakra fixation, targeting the child within.
Interesting. So, yeah. So, Angel Laurie's put something up there.
I've been crying about all the animals that are being euthanized that are in shelters.
Yeah. So maybe, that brought on that dream. And Angel Laurie, look, for me, I know, look, I have such a soft spot and such a compassion for animals. It's just huge. And so, because Angel Laurie said her last dream with these animals protecting humanity. So, yeah, and she doesn't have anyone around to get angry at. Okay, no, that's great. That's fine. But this could be because of the black gorilla. I would go in. Again, like with Tanya, I would actually sit and just contemplate and ask that aspect to come up. What's the message for you? So, and really angry. I agree. And Marie's put something up here that's really, really, inner child. Love it. Great ideas through. I love this.
The patriarch society is falling apart, and you felt them fighting it. Yeah.
So that's it as well. What's being reflected on the outside compared to the inside.
Yeah, a releasing of it more so. I wonder, besides crying, were you actually angry, really angry more? Shouldn't be happening. And I also made that you can't fix it. Change your frequencies to the animals.
And just remember as well, when animal souls come here, they know and they choose. They choose who they're going to be with. How many times have we heard stories of animals just going up to a house and not leaving until they're looked after or they're accepted into the family? And even wild animals as well, what we would call wild. But for me, it's like they know what's going on and they're chosen as a soul to come through to have an experience, but to support. So they come in as an animal form. I mean, it was so weird that this is coming up because yesterday I remember I was just remembering as I was driving when I lived up at Tamborine Mountain. We had this beautiful road I'd have to drive down to get home, and there was a massive, massive gum tree in the middle of it. So the road actually went around this gum tree. So, and I just was in the most beautiful mood. It was a Sunday. I was going, oh my gosh, my life is amazing. I'm so happy. This world is beautiful. And I'm doing only about what we call kilometers, 30 or 40 kilometers, which is not very fast. Just down this road. The next minute I hear this. And I went, oh my God, I've just hit something. So by the time I could turn around, because it was on a hill, and come back, a guy had come out from his house and I realized I'd hit a kookaburra. And I mean, these birds are solid, like they're big and they're beautiful. I love them. They would come and I feed them, food and stuff at my home just down the road from there. And I was like devastated. And this guy, it was so funny. He was like an angel for me. He goes, no. He said, don't you worry. He said those two have been argy-barging. You know what that word means? Like they've been at each other for hours in that tree. And he said they were just doing like a final fisticuffs fight. And that's when they fell out of the tree, is as you drove underneath the tree. And so the timing for a start was impeccable. And I remember I'd walked back and I went, oh my God, is it dead? He went, yeah, it's dead. And I said, oh, I'll get rid of it. He went, no, I'll do that. So I just grabbed a few of the feathers and sent love and light to the beautiful kookaburra. And then when I got home, I just held his feathers and I just meditated, and he came straight through. And I said, why did this happen? I'm so sorry. I've done this to you. And he said, no. He said, I was so ready to go. I was over it. It wasn't gelling. I needed to leave. And he said, I knew you would be able to cope with this. He said, I knew. So I went down the moment you came through. And I said to him, oh, thank you for trusting me. And I just sent him so much love, and I kept those feathers. So this is our animals are smarter and more connected than we think. So the fact that, Angel Laurie, that you, sad and angry, absolutely. Maybe we're not meant to save them. Maybe they're there to help us open our hearts and go into a deeper level of compassion. Yeah. I went into so much compassion and love and awe for this beautiful kookaburra that it was just amazing. And the fact that he knew I'd be able to talk to him through the veil. So you know what we say, like with Clive, he was meant to be mine. I resisted, and then it was just so obvious. And he's just been the most beautiful thing that's happened, and for him. So you've got to know that we absolutely will take action when it's right timing, and we just love and bless these animals for the experience they're going through and for what they're giving to us as humans.
And so I chose, because it's near the Christmas period, I got a bit excited. Thought I'll go festive and I'll choose my 4 decks for this morning. And this card that I didn't pull last night, I pulled at the beginning of the show while we started. And I just started shuffling, and of course it fell out. And look what it is. It's the animals.
Animals. No way. That is so beautiful. And look at all. You've got your domesticated, you've got your wild, you've got your owls depicting the wisdom and truth, and they're all coming to the man. But look at the angel up in the background. I feel they are a form of angels for us.
Yes.
So, oh my God, Nick, that's just crazy good.
And when you were talking about that story, immediately what I got, so same reason, we're all just here having a physical experience, and whatever happens to us for the right reasons, soul contracted. Okay, sometimes there's mistakes, but we always get the option before we walk back out to come back in if we need to, near-death experiences and all. But there is something about when you talked about that straight away I got, they're no different to us. They have a soul contract for themselves as well. They're sentient beings. They understand completely. And in fact, that story, you bringing up that dream, Angel Laurie, is a conduit to you telling that story, Marie, to us understanding that exactly what we're here to learn is, yes, we will honour animals and the future will be beautiful. So turn that frequency into something beautiful where these animals are actually helping us move forward into loving them more and working with them more and being able to, telepathically communicate with them. There's so much more to come that's going to be better than what it is now. And we don't know the situation for those poor animals. Rescuing them might be too hard. It might be too traumatic for them. So it might be easy for them just to take a fresh start too. And they agree to it. There's so much more that we don't understand with it. But I have faith. I have absolute faith. It's like when an animal hits my window and it dies, a bird, and I feel this sorrow. I just want to pick it up and love it. But I know it's chosen that time to do that.
Totally. And it's like the same story I told about the kangaroo that had been hit before we got to it on the mountain as well. And we were going to the airport. So I rang the rescue wildlife. They hadn't bothered. They'd just driven off, and this thing was just like stunned. And I rang them, and we had to go, but they got there. And then later on, I tuned into the kangaroo, and I went, oh, you're happy. You're eating grass. You're hopping around. You're really happy. And then I went, oh, this is interesting. And then I got a phone call from the wildlife place, and they went, oh, look, no, we had to actually euthanize because it was so traumatized and they get so shocked they just can't survive a hit like that. he was showing me from the other side, I'm fine, I'm happy now.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's been my gift, is actually to be able to see that. So
And
yes,
they've
that's
taken their learnings. They've taken their learnings from this lifetime too, back into that light body to put it back into the whole lake of knowing. You know, it's
because animals stay connected. So I believe they stay connected to their soul group, or so they actually have the support of that as well. So, all right, well, I think it's time. We better do I want to do another chakra, beautiful chakra meditation, and pull the card for Christmas to see what we might need to be just doing a little bit of work with. So let's have a little look and see what comes through for us. What's perfect timing. Okay. That one. Well, how interesting is this? The card we've got to get us through our beautiful Christmas time and family time is number 19, forgiveness.
Lovely.
Isn't that beautiful?
Mm.
Wow. And the 1 and 9 together, obviously a 10, and that's a 1, which is new beginnings. So like I said, let's use this as an opportunity to actually bring through new beginnings with ourselves and then with the family or friends or situation. So I'm just going to have a look at forgiveness and see. So of course, this is our heart chakra. And I think this is perfect. And this is, oh my God. And this is also after what Angel Laurie's dream and talking about the animals. It's forgiveness. It's forgiveness of ourselves and of, you know, for the animals and of the people that maybe don't have that same compassion. And it's forgiveness. So the heart chakra vibrates in 2 colors, pink and green. I think there is a third color as well, which is a beautiful ice blue, which is the deepest chamber of the heart. So the ancient Sanskrit name for heart chakra is Anahata. This chakra is located at the heart center. The heart chakra encompasses all matters relating to the heart and radiates divine love out into the world. It signifies unconditional love of the self and others, and is where our soul finds its creative expression of love and gratitude. So it is through the heart chakra that we access these strengths and embrace the world and those around us with this energy. It is here where we hold and nurture the inner child and learn to live in compassion and with acceptance. So when the heart is open, we make decisions from a place of divine wisdom and feel safe to express love in a healthy way. We relate and communicate from a more loving space and find ourselves open and receptive with less judgment and attachment. So it also brings inner peace and calm, and you have the ability to see the good in others. You are able to let go of past hurts, forgive yourself and others, and even to appoint our soul and the universe for what we're experiencing, and start to experience a deeper level of love and intimacy in your life. It is through our heart chakra that we are able to experience deep gratitude for life and express our joy and happiness freely. Beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful intention to go out with. So, all right. Let's have a look. So the affirmation for number 19 is, the affirmation is, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. So that is so beautiful. Okay. So that's the card again, which is absolutely stunning. All right. So are we ready to do this? And then we can go through some of the comments that came up as well after Angel Laurie. So as per always, just let yourself sit comfortably or lie, feet on the ground if you are sitting, and just close your eyes. Take a breath in through your nose. And as you breathe out, let yourself become deeper into yourself, deeper, drop into that body. And with the next breath in, on the out breath, take your attention to our beautiful heart chakra. And as always, we're going to open the heart chakra, see, sense, or feel white light beginning to birth deep within the heart. And this vibrant white light begins to glow and expand, releasing the pain, releasing any blocks, anything that might resist forgiveness, bringing through more love. Allow this white light to keep expanding through to every cell in your body and through into the etheric field, our energy field, clearing cords and hooks. Any darkness completely released, bringing you into a sense of peace and centeredness. And now have the intention of being connected to your divine presence, your great I am, your God, Goddess. Feel the energy as you connect in with this aspect of you and your Creator. And now see, sense, or feel a silver spiral of energy going through the heart chakra. Anything that needs to be released is now released. And have the intention of the frequency of emerald to flow through that beautiful heart and all through the consciousness of that heart. And while that just continues to work for you, imagine a beautiful flame of gold igniting deep within the heart. This is the Christ consciousness. This is unconditional, pure love. And then a second flame evolves within the gold flame, and it is silver. And this silver flame is the divine feminine, bringing through the compassion, the service to God, and connection into your own wisdom. And then there's a third flame that now ignites within the gold and silver flame, and it is crystal, clear quartz crystal. As it ignites, it transforms into the lotus flower. Feel the wisdom. Remember the ancient knowledge. And sense the compassion that has come through for you to be able to forgive and love yourself, to release judgment for yourself. And that then flows on to release judgment and to bring through forgiveness for others. Just know this beautiful flame, this threefold flame, is forever present within your energy field and consciousness of your heart. You can tap into it at any time. And now as you thank yourself for learning to love yourself at a deeper level and to forgive yourself at a deeper level, this emanates out to all beings, all animals, all of nature that surrounds us. Take this peace with you as you gently, gently begin to come back. Focusing on your breath, wriggling your toes, connecting in to the earth's grid lines, her energy lines. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and know that my heart is full of unconditional joy and I forgive freely. Wow, it was beautiful. How did you go, Nick?
I didn't want to come out of that one. I wanted to stay there. That forgiveness is a key to unlocking something. And on the back of that animal card, have a look at that. That beautiful
gold and silver heart with you're kidding me, it's in the crystal.
I know.
That's what was coming through. So
yeah, me too.
I can't make this stuff up. I've never seen the back of these cards.
No.
That
and
is
I
just
felt at the very beginning when you were doing that with the white light, I went, funny, my white light's more gold and it's silver right now. It was like it was automatically going into that. And I laughed. I was thinking to myself, I just love the universe. I love it. I love divine guidance here. It's beautiful.
And that will often happen with meditation is your deeper aspect knows what's right for you. And, you know, I channel these. I don't write them out beforehand. I just channel whatever comes up. And so your divine guidance knew that's what was going on and that's what it was showing you. And that's then exactly what came through in the meditation. I often find that I'll see it before it's even spoken about, like when other people are doing it.
Yeah.
So you're so in tune. That's beautiful. So, Kathy's on. Hi, gorgeous.
Hi, Kathy.
Purification. Interesting. So, so look, just what my intention, what I was getting, a great intention is to remember that peace and remember that forgiveness, even if you're getting triggered with family. Remember who you truly are, all right? And run that flame within yourself. So that is just beautiful. Yeah.
You know, Marie, one of the things that just came through as a message during that was, and I think this is quite relevant what you've just said there when you're around, particularly if you're getting triggered, is I thought, what can I forgive? What do I need to forgive? And to forgive not being able to control other people and other things that even were beyond, or I thought were beyond my control, because I felt there was a sense of responsibility in that. And I feel that's a bit of a theme sometimes that comes through with dreams as well. So letting that go and being so true to who we are, which is we're all divine beings. We're all goddesses, kings and queens, and there is no wrong. So why shouldn't we forgive ourselves? We're just having an experience. You know, as with our family and friends during this festive season, and they might be releasing a lot of stuff too. And some of it, they're doing it because we don't. It means we don't have to do it. They have to do it for another reason, for another group, another cycle. It's easy to forgive them.
Absolutely, you know, and I think because of the most people that are attracted to here, they we've got a real sensitivity and we have a real love and compassion, and sometimes we think we need to save the world. Well, we don't. And I got that message a long time ago, and it took me ages to break down this feeling or belief that I'd put on myself. Oh my God, I have to fix everything. And I really learned this with people that were just continuously repeating their pattern, and you'd swoop in and help them. So they never hit the point where they actually had to make the decision themselves to change something. So I was actually delaying and prolonging their pain. So when I started to see it from that angle, I went, oh, hands off, baby. When they need you, if they need you, they can come to you. Done. Yeah. And it was just such an aha moment.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
there was a point too when you talked about when you went to the emerald crystal.
The emerald frequency, the first one.
Yeah. I saw the very top. It was like I saw a pyramid shape, but it was focusing me on the very top of that, and that was giving me that color frequency, just at that very top. Yeah.
Wow. So the capstone almost.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect. Yeah. How did everyone else go with that? If anyone wants to share what they experienced, or if they did get a sense of peace, or, you know, if it's helped them to go, oh, I can be a bit more flexible and just let people be who they need to be, even if it's mouthy and even if it's opinionated or loving and over loving, it's okay. Yeah, let me know how you guys went. That would be, and I want to pop up something.
It's a good one to play just before you get a truckload of people coming where you think, oh my God, I just want to go and hide. Maybe just do that, you know, because when you bring yourself back into the heart, you instantly dissolve all that feeling.
Yeah, and it helps them dissolve it too. I remember that this book, you know, the Dan Millman, when I read one of his books, like The Warrior, The Peaceful Warrior, and he said his wife was really angry at him because he'd been out too late, done something, he didn't bring back something happened, and she was angry at him. He got to the door and she was like, nyeh, 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 at him. And he said, I just stood there and I opened my heart and I just stayed in love and I sent her love and all of a sudden she said to him, what are you doing? And he said, I'm just loving you. And she went, oh, yeah, okay, and stopped. And he said it just changed everything. She felt it. She was like, what are you doing? Because she wasn't getting this reaction or energy. It was just love. I loved that. That really taught me something as well. So hard to do sometimes, but if you can do it, you stay in peace. It's us. We've got to look after ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah. So interesting. So there was a few things in here. Yeah, I love that. So Maria was agreeing with what you were saying as well, Nick.
Oh, I remind myself to have soul contact as I watch Horse Plus. They rescue horses from the slaughter pipeline. Some have been horribly treated.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So we just don't know, do we? So yes, an angel Laurie, I agree.
Forgiveness, true human superpower. We've got many. That's one of them.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. So wow, so there you go. So I just want to show you Clive. He doesn't usually stay in here for these.
Oh, look, hello. Oh, you just want to cuddle him.
I don't know if that worked or not, but yeah, he just won't leave my side, so he knows. But look, I just want to wish everyone the most beautiful holiday time, the most beautiful time with families or with yourself. Nurture yourself, pamper yourself first. All right, and thank you so much for hanging out with Nick and I and everyone on the Dream Team over 2024, and I really look forward to 2025. Probably be back on your 2nd of January, and which is our 3rd, the Monday morning. So I'll get it sorted so it goes out before then. So yeah, I'll be away for a month. My goodness. So take care, and yeah.
Safe travels, yes, Marie. That's exactly right. Enjoy your time away, and I'm so grateful for you being here, being the mechanism that allowed us to be together as a group and to share our stories and to experience what we're experiencing now. It's truly remarkable, and I'm very grateful for everyone sharing and to meet people during this process as well. I just feel full of love. Really,
and Nick, it's wonderful to have you on. I think we really complement each other because we have really like similar philosophies, but just a different perspective, which I think is great. It's like everyone. It's like everyone has just that slightly different perspective. So thank you for being with me as well. It would be really dull having to do it on my own.
It's been an honour, and it will continue to be so as we move forward. Absolutely.
So, all right, gorgeous ones.
Lots of love to you all.
Lots of love. We'll see you next year. I'll see you on Lisa's show tomorrow. But yeah, Dream Team out for next year. Bye.
Bye.